All right. Come on.
All
Let's go.
right.
I have games to play. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
S.
M.
Soup.
Soup.
Soup. Soup. Soup. Soup. Soup. Soup. Soup. Soup. Soup. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SMSoup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. I am Spencer.
And I'm Shelby.
And together, we're here to take you on a journey through life's biggest questions. Like, waiter, how is this soup made?
Wow, it's been so long since you've said it all. I didn't know if you remembered.
What? It's my job. It's what I do. I have one job, and I do it well.
Exactly.
You have one job, and you almost never do it.
That's true. That's so true. Too true.
No, you got better. You got it. The ending. Marginally.
Marginally.
It's all marginal at that age, isn't it?
It really is. Truly. I mean, who's even listening at that point?
Right. I would imagine that we're already past the point of people not listening.
Oh, man.
How you doing, Shelby?
I'm pretty good. Grogu is not good, apparently, from the sound he just let out of his mouth. Pretty good. It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
The day we're recording this.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a beautiful weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't complain. How are you?
Good.
That's great.
Good. We're rocking. We're chilling.
We sure are. Not that we need to go into detail, but we went away for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We literally just got back.
Mm-hmm.
It was our first just weekend away since moving down here.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't some big organized group something or other. And it was very nice. We technically did it under the context of 2 birthdays that were happening.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I like to just be like, oh, let's do it. And normally people are a little mentally ready for anything to pop up during a birthday.
Yeah, my hope is that we would do something like this, regardless of there needing to be a birthday.
I agree.
That's how I would put it. But it just so happens that it was like a nice excuse to be like,
Exactly.
why don't we just do it that weekend?
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. So we went to Western North Carolina, up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It was beautiful. We did some hiking. It was just nice to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, I will say, we've bopped around a few cities now in our life, Charlotte is pretty good in terms of nature to city balance. Pretty good. I'd say some cities set the bar so low that you have to be happy with how Charlotte has done it. But wow, it was still very, very nice to truly be in nature. Truly be in nature.
Mm-hmm.
I always think of it as having low cell service is kind of a good sign for weekends like the weekend we had.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a wonderful weekend. Beautiful weather.
Mm-hmm.
Saw some waterfalls. Saw some cute little geckos and caterpillars and all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see any bears.
Or lions.
Or lions.
Or tigers.
Oh my. But yeah, it was a beautiful weekend. And obviously, unless there's anything else you want to talk about for the episode today, I would say the vague birthday conversation leads into what we're doing today. Was there anything else you want to talk about?
So my wife.
Yeah.
What a drag. No, there's nothing else I wanted to talk about.
All right. Today, in a very non-formal way, I am attempting to convince Spencer why birthdays are just fun to celebrate.
My question for you.
Yeah.
When you were coming up with these ideas, did it ever cross your mind that, wow, Spencer's kind of right?
No, not even once.
Nice. All right.
Not even once.
There wasn't even one time where you're writing down, you're like, really, this is my best?
No.
This is my best? And so you have 27, right? Because you turned
Nope,
27.
I don't.
So 27. Because that was the plan, right? 27 for 27.
That was the
plan. How many did you come up with?
18.
Couldn't even hit 20. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a clear and obvious point in my favor.
Mhm.
There are not even 20 good reasons why you should be celebrating birthdays.
Are there 20
And
good
I
reasons
say,
why you shouldn't be?
Yeah. Number 1, grow the fuck up. What are you celebrating? Yourself? Get over yourself. Stop being so self-centered.
Well, I've come up with 18 points. I'm not going to say they're all completely isolated points. I'd say a lot of them feed off each other, but I just wanted to touch on slightly different things.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you'll see,
and
the defense here.
They all kind of boil down to one reason that I will definitely cover.
Okay.
But do you want the spark notes? One reason, or should you wait? We wait till the end.
Let's just go through them all.
Okay. Who knows? Maybe through this we'll find a few more reasons.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You're saying birthdays in general, or are you saying why I should celebrate my own birthday?
I took it from the viewpoint of birthdays in general.
Because I do want to just make a quick point of clarification.
Sure.
I have no problem with celebrating somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
I have a problem with somebody caring so much about their own birthday.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I understand the words you're saying.
I think there's nothing kinder or greater for somebody's birthday than to put together an event, whether it's whether it's a birthday party or whether it's like a trip or whether it's whatever that is intended to celebrate the person whose birthday it is.
Yeah.
Cool. Love it.
Yeah.
Great. Fine.
Yeah.
Don't love when people are like, it's my birthday. I'm putting together all this stuff. Me.
Really?
That's when
you don't like when the person takes over
birthdays.
their own birthday?
I also, and that's why I don't care about my birthday, is because I don't care about myself. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think I'm great.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And I will take any opportunity except December 24th.
So interesting. That's so interesting.
I'm so great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Something about it just makes me feel like gross.
So was it weird that I mostly organized this weekend?
No, because it was we all talked about it.
I know.
You put in the effort and stuff, but it's like that's totally different. I don't know how else to better.
No,
explain
I
it.
understand what you're saying.
And I think then as a whole, that's why I just generally do not care about birthdays.
Yeah.
I don't care about birthdays, but if somebody was like, it's so and so's birthday, we should do this thing. Great, on board.
Yeah.
But you just can't. You can't get me to feel, and it's the same way with holidays. You can't get me to feel any different about one specific day than I can about any other day.
Sure.
I don't care more about you on this one day because it's your birthday.
I think that's
I care
fair.
about you because I always care about you. I don't care about you and love you more this one day because it's Valentine's Day. I just always love you. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. And I think that's why, as a whole, I'm just it's just a day. I hate that we have to make we should celebrate you all the time, you know? So anyway, I think that's where I always net out on birthdays. And then I become a curmudgeon about it. And I put my foot down and then say no, they're stupid. And I just get angry about it.
Yeah.
So I just want to put all that
But would
out
you
there.
say with that logic that you do not adequately, but would you say you express your love those other days of the year? I'm not saying to me. I'm saying in the birthday context.
To other people?
Yeah.
Probably not enough.
Yeah.
But I feel like you brought up how you have a very specific friend and you guys only text each other on your birthdays.
Yeah.
And
I do have a point about that in my 18 points.
And that's fine because that can just be a way to catch up and it's great to use it for that.
Yeah.
I
do think that says a lot.
That should kind of that should kind of be a wake up call that either the friendship is just that and that's fine. The friendship is deteriorating and something needs to be done, or the friendship's deteriorating and that's fine. That's also fine.
Yes.
And
I literally
let's
have
not.
I have a point about that.
But no, you're right. You probably most people and myself included probably don't put in enough effort in the other days. But I think that's telling then of the friendship more so. and again, you can use a birthday as like the wake up call, but I do think like I have such a strong appreciation for like our other friend that we were celebrating with that like if I didn't text her on her birthday, I would hope that didn't make her think anything less.
Yeah.
You know, like or like that, like, oh, maybe our friendship isn't as strong. Like, because it's like, and I think I personally think that outside of the context of birthdays, I hope I've gotten that across.
Yeah. No.
You know?
Yeah. Yes. So on that, I would say my points do kind of flop back and forth between just birthdays as a whole and like maybe why it could be important for you to take your own birthday a little more personally.
Okay.
You know?
Just
I flip flop. I flip flop.
I just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get me to like buy into the fact that like you should celebrate other people's birthdays, I'm kind of already there.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe your points suck, and I'll be contrarian.
Maybe they won't suck, and you'll still be contrarian.
What? Not on this podcast. But if you're trying to get me to celebrate my own birthday, I just wanted to give the context of where I net out.
Yeah. I hear you. I'm also going to say I'm not saying all of these are very complex thoughts. So here we go. 1. We should.
I disagree.
We should just celebrate people more.
Yes, agreed.
Period.
Why? But so then that to me that's a point against birthdays.
No, because I think obviously I wholeheartedly agree with you. It shouldn't just be the one day a year. We say this for every holiday.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be the one day a year.
Right.
I agree.
We should celebrate.
But what's wrong with being like, oh my God, this day is coming up. It's the day we celebrate so and so. It's the day we extra celebrate. It's the day we know every year. It's the day we know every year we celebrate this person.
Right. It's the only day that we celebrate this person.
Well, then that's a problem.
I know. That's what
That's
I'm
not
saying.
Against birthdays. That's just a problem with you.
That is against birthdays.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Because you get lazy. We all get lazy.
Yeah, and that's
we
a you
use
problem.
It as a fallback. First off, you better be saying the
royal
you.
you.
Because it's not a me problem.
Yeah.
It's a you problem.
No. Point number 2. All you're saying is, wow, oh God, I really scribbled this. You are a part of my life. I've gotten to witness you exist, and hopefully we get to keep doing that.
Right, but again, if you only do that once a year, I don't think that's such a strong... You get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying.
You're using it as like a check mark, and that's fine. A checkpoint for, I'm at this point in the year, I should make sure I say this thing. But there's a real fundamental issue with that, which is if your birthdays aren't 6 months apart.
Yeah. I also,
because then there is a communication breakdown for 300 of the other days in a year.
Yeah. I think, though, again, I'm not disagreeing with your viewpoint because we bring this up every fucking holiday. But I also value the literal reminder because we all know how easy it is to just go, oh, fuck, 4 months have passed. And sometimes, yes, that's a viewpoint on clearly I don't have the energy to put into this relationship for whatever reason. But also, it's like literally there's constantly jokes that like millennials trying to schedule anything. We're all just chucking our next 3 months of dates out and everyone picks one. So what's really the difference between a date on a calendar that we know is there every year?
I know.
And
and I agree.
And like, oh, thank God, that's one less thing I have to like keep in the back of my head to remember to do.
It's like Mother's Day. It's like Father's Day.
Yeah.
Which happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Great days that you use as checkpoints.
Yeah.
It's like the one day a year you know for a fact. It's like, I got to make sure I call my parents on this day, right?
Yeah.
So 100% agree. My thing is like, we should be going beyond that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I feel like...
But I'm just saying this is a great place to start.
We don't. Agreed. 100% agree.
3, we encourage the growth of relationships that aren't most necessarily simply blood or romantic. So AKA platonic friendships.
Chosen family, if
Chosen family. Prioritizing them, if that's important to you.
Yep.
Because it is kind of, I'd say Valentine's Day now skirts the line, where it kind of can become a more just like people you love in your life. But there's really no other thing that happens that you are like prioritizing platonic, non-related relationships in your life. Unless like that's just how you've structured your life, obviously, and you know, focus more of your energy on like chosen family and whatnot. But I would say if you live a very stereotypical, traditional, like normally the holidays you're with your family, normally this and that, you're celebrating with your partner, you're celebrating with whoever. I'd say birthdays are like kind of the one thing where it's like, oh my God, I'm going to go like just celebrate my friends, you know, when it's their birthday. There's that. 4, cake is great.
No. Okay.
I know you'll disagree with this.
No.
I know you would disagree with that.
Folks, this is what I was talking about. 18? Lazy. Absolutely lazy. If you're baking that in for 27, I could maybe buy it. I get it. At least then you're hitting a fun number, 27 for
baking
27.
it in, haha.
But cake, Shelby, cake,
I love
and acting
cake.
like that is cool. Cool. Do you know who doesn't love cake?
Who?
People who are allergic to it.
Okay. You're not allergic to it.
No, I'm not. And I also hate it.
By cake, I also just mean, you know, it's whatever fucking food that person loves. Like, we like making you a pie. We made you a pie for your half birthday.
Okay.
Sometimes I like to make you a pie because I know you love pie.
Yeah, why don't you just make me a pie randomly?
I have before.
I know you have. But that's
what I'm saying.
Spencer, I know you like pies. So I make it for you one day a year. Oh, you like filling. So we're going to have it on Thanksgiving and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I'm also like, you're just creating something
saying,
special.
I
That's
like
all
cake.
you're doing.
Guess what? You can make cake whenever you want.
I
And
know.
have cake.
And I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I make cake
When
a
was the
few
last time
times a
you made
year.
cake?
I made cake for our anniversary last year, I think.
So you made cake over a year ago.
It would have been last September. Or
Oh, you made it for our dating anniversary.
yeah.
Right, because we've only been married for a year.
Yeah.
So not our anniversary.
Yeah.
You probably made cake for our wedding.
I made it for our wedding, and then I made it for our dating anniversary because I really wanted some cake.
Okay.
Sometimes I make it for Valentine's Day.
You made the cake, and then what?
And then I ate it.
No, you gave yourself a reason for why you made the cake.
Yeah.
When it could have simply been.
I wanted cake.
Right.
Yeah. I know.
We want to make candles.
Yeah.
Let's just make candles. No, it's music in the park while we self-fillet each other.
Oh, God.
Each other. How would you self?
Don't want to know.
Anyway.
5.
So no, but real quick, that's a bullshit.
Nope.
No, that's a bullshit reason. I reject that one. I like the other one so far. I reject that one.
Wow. I don't. Because I was always the person who made something for whoever's birthday it was. So that is my thing. Is like in high school, I would always make people.
This isn't
food.
about you. This is about me.
I'm just saying.
You're trying to convince me. You're not doing a good job. You're at a 75% right now. You're barely passing.
All right, 5. I looked this up, and psychologically speaking, if people are appreciating and loving you on your birthday, it boosts your self-esteem. You're basically being reminded that of your community.
That has to be an old study though, because I think the way we go about celebrating each other, or the way we go about acknowledging each other's birthdays anymore, since like the Facebook era, is really lazy.
I agree with that.
I don't feel better when somebody I haven't talked to in 2 years randomly remembers that my birthday's on Christmas Eve and texts me and says happy birthday. I don't like
I
that.
have a point about that later.
So I'm
but
just saying.
I know, but I'm saying
that,
like
I feel like that study has to be old. However, I believe it for sure. I think the way we go about it now, I am curious how much, because sometimes it, again, with the ease of communication now,
it almost took some of the sentiment out of it.
And still the fact that we have communication breakdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it can, like somebody you don't want to hear from.
Yeah.
May take this as an opportunity to manipulate you into thinking they're doing something nice by wishing you a happy birthday.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. I feel a little grody about that.
Sure.
However, when my parents say happy birthday to me, when my grandparents say happy birthday to me, if you say happy birthday to me, I absolutely do feel what that point is saying.
Yeah.
But with the ease of communication and the fact that that should almost feel even better because of it, it actually, I think, feels worse.
Yeah.
Each time I get a text that says happy birthday, I'm just kind of like, it's cringe. It makes me want to throw up.
Yeah. I would say when I send people birthday messages, I'm trying to be a little more thoughtful. I'm trying to like say something I love about them, or just say something thoughtful that I think they'll appreciate.
I think there's nothing better than happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful
day.
Have
a great summer.
Hags.
I
hope you have a great day. Maybe like do you have anything planned? Yeah. They follow up what they've planned. Oh my gosh, that sounds great. So jealous that I'm missing out on it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes
that's thoughtful. That's taking an extra step.
I think sometimes when it's like you're such an important person in my life. I cherish the friendship that we have cultivated. From some people, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, agreed. And there are certain people that I would do that to as well. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, again, it's like, oh, you can take that extra step, but it's like that connection for that step to be taken. So a prime example is our one friend.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I bake in like a joke, and he normally bakes one in as well.
Yeah.
So like.
That's your interaction.
The most recent one he like brought in about when he wished me a happy birthday. It was either this most recent one or the one before it. It was like, if you would have played your rookie year in the MLB at the age of 20, you'd be ending your arbitration years or something like that. And he's like, and I really don't understand how arbitration works. Yeah. And then I broke it down for him and told him about it.
Yeah.
And like that was funny and like a great connection. It made me feel really good.
Yeah.
And like stuff like that. I just think there's sometimes a tendency where it's just like maybe not reading the person fully or like understanding like what the person's.
I don't think that's a reason to dislike birthdays. I think that says a lot about the actual connection the two of you have.
I'm just saying this thing that you brought up for why you should like birthdays and why that thing isn't always as great as you're making it out to be.
But I also like
there's a lot wrong with that.
But also I'm saying, like, yes, obviously, it's not like every fucking interaction you're going to have on your birthday is going to be like, oh my God, it made me feel so loved. Because, yeah, like all the people crawl out of the woodworks and are like, oh shit, I got to text you. I also don't love that. Again, I have a point on that coming up. But I am focused on the people that I love to talk to and the people I love to stay connected with. And I love to think of a nice little thing to send them. And like, so a few of them sent a very nice message to me. And I was like, and because it came from that person, I was like, that is so sweet. And like made me smile, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Right. But after a while, doesn't it get a little like tiresome to just each year read, you're so smart, funny, and talented?
I've never gotten that before.
But you know what I mean? Like sometimes it just feels like you are 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
You're an amazing person. Have a great birthday.
Yeah.
Doesn't that recipe just get a little stale after a while?
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it feels like everybody feels that need now to like not just simply say happy birthday. Because again, Facebook ruined that.
Yeah.
Because somebody you had never talked to before got a little notification that said, it's so-and-so's birthday.
Yeah.
And then they went, happy birthday, Spencer.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know who you are. Why are we friends on Facebook? Because we're not friends in real life. Anyway.
Point 6.
We're only on 6.
Yeah. From a Psychology Today article.
Of 27.
I believe they were a licensed therapist. I'm sorry that I'm blanking. They were kind of breaking down how humans are already fantastic at assigning meaning to things. Like Valentine's Day, you give the love of your life a red rose or whatever the fuck. It's not to say you have to agree with the meaning. They're just saying humans are fantastic at assigning meanings to things.
They absolutely are.
So why not assign a pause? And they were a person who grew up not liking their birthday and not caring about it. And they were like, literally, why would I, from a psychological, even therapeutic standpoint, why would I fill my brain with like, oh, this day is maybe stupid, pointless, this and that, when you can just assign a positive meaning to it. And that's not saying you are like, everyone, come to my house, I'm throwing a party. It's just saying I'm going to assign a positive meaning to this day, and I'm going to have that thought process and do whatever it is I want to do with that day. Even if that means fucking nothing, even if it means whatever. Like,
not everybody has that luxury.
Obviously, it's about, they were talking about the mindset
I know.
of the day.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Case in point, myself.
Sure.
I have a very positive outlook on my birthday because my birthday is the same thing every year, and I love the thing that happens on my birthday.
Yeah.
My birthday's Christmas Eve. I celebrate Christmas with my family on my birthday.
Yeah.
Positive. It's a great thing. I have a very positive outlook on my birthday.
Yeah.
It's not that I hate the day, I hate my birthday or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't go, another year older, womp womp, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what was the rest of the point?
Having a positive meaning to it.
Yeah.
That was it.
I mean, yeah.
Just what that's good for your brain.
I don't have a negative. I don't have.
I feel like it's not negative. I just feel like you're like, it's useless. It's pointless. And that is somewhat inherently negative.
I just don't see how the day is truly any different from any other day.
7.
Real quick. I feel like,
Yeah.
in order to not have so many peaks and valleys in my life, it's best if I just kind of cruise.
Okay.
You know, every day's kind of just a day.
Okay.
And there are certain days that are a little more than a day.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it is just a day. And it's not worth getting worked up about or overly anything about, because that's going to impact another day. That should just be a day.
Point 7. It takes you out of the day-to-day repeating grind. Can be a day of if you have the opportunity, however you want to spend it. Make something a little special. Can be whatever you want. It doesn't have to be on the day.
Yeah.
It's just like if you want to assign a day, you have a day of availability. Is it?
Yeah.
I dread sameness. So
It's
maybe
not a
that's
matter-
just where we're coming. Not sameness, but like you're like, oh, there's no like avoiding the peaks and valleys.
It's just, and it's not to say that I want every single day to just be like, I wake up, I do X, I go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
It's just not getting overly worked up, whether it's a positive or negative.
Yeah.
Over any given day. Just kind of just keep maintaining, you know? Because then it's very easy to be like, well, nothing will ever live up to X ever again. And feeling defeated and run down. And by the time you're 32, you're now 10 years past the best birthday you ever had. And you're kind of just like, what's even the point of of going on?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
See, I feel like I thrive on the peaks and valleys because it's all just like the point of moving on.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, everything that you have said so far is kind of you to a T. Like, humans are great at assigning meaning to things. That is you. You like, if something doesn't have a meaning, God damn it, Shelby's gonna give it meaning. And that's great. Honestly, as much as I give you shit for it, I kind of love it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's whimsical. You have that childlike wonder.
Yeah.
You have a favorite ice cream.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Let's go get
it. Yeah. I don't know where else I was going with that.
Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, again, I think sometimes, and this goes for everything, I think sometimes we we end up limiting ourselves when we
Sure.
do stuff like this.
I think that's fair.
Where we do something special, and then that special thing is almost exclusively assigned to a specific event.
And I don't agree with doing that.
Eating turkey.
Yeah.
You only do it on Thanksgiving.
You don't need to do it at all.
You really
It
don't.
literally sucks.
It's kind of a whatever poultry.
I don't want it. Yeah. Like, get rid of it.
I'd rather just
We
have a
don't
nice
need
chicken.
to mass murder turkeys for one bad food. That's all I'll say.
I think when my parents come down for Thanksgiving this year,
Dude.
we should convince them to we're just
Not
going to do a
turkey.
KFC feast.
Well, okay, I'm down.
But we'll still have my dad make filling.
No, because I don't want employees to have to be, I don't want to encourage people to be working on Thanksgiving. I want people to be able to be with their families.
Not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving.
I want people to do whatever the fuck they want for a day. Get a day off.
But what if the thing that I want to do is eat fried chicken?
Then we'll make fried chicken.
But what if I really want the kernel?
Then we'll get it on like Tuesday or Wednesday.
And
we're gonna
reheat it?
Yeah.
What
I
if we
think-
have it on Friday? What if we just skip Thursday?
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. It's better, I guess.
Did you want to assign a special meaning to Friday?
I don't assign a special meaning to Friday. I just I try not to go retail shopping on Friday unless it's small business.
Oh, God. Is fucking KFC retail?
No, I guess not really. I guess they'd be open on a Friday.
Heaven forbid I want to do something fun and have a special moment.
Oh my gosh.
This is what happens, everybody. Folks,
I
you
think
can clearly see
I think this year
that I'm being strong-armed into assigning special moments to things, and then as soon as I want to, I'm told I'm not allowed.
folks like the record show. I think this year for Thanksgiving we should do like some really fun meal alternatives.
Okay.
We should do that.
I think we can run it by both my parents, and they can come up with stuff that they'd be down with.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Because if we could go no turkey, I would not be upset. In case that's not clear, I would be excited.
Yeah.
But yeah. 8. Choosing to celebrate your birthday, however you wish, can be a strong representation of self, aka, really feel like you know yourself, self-confidence, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
9. Just like New Year's, birthdays can represent checking in with yourself, acknowledging that life is a constant work in progress. And the next few kind of tie together. So for 10, for social cultures and norms that can be afraid of aging, you're quite literally celebrating it.
And putting a positive spin on it.
Putting a positive spin on it.
Okay.
I only see it as positive.
Yeah, real quick, just
So I love that part
just
of
a
it.
moment. I think you and I both are the types of people where we're not looking to do any sort of body modification when it comes to
Oh, anti-aging.
anti-aging
Yeah.
stuff. And I don't bemoan anybody who does it, but all I'm going to say is if you are self-conscious about anything, nose. A lot of people are self-conscious about their nose.
Yeah.
Real quick, the one thing I want to say is that is something that makes you unique.
Yeah.
Uniquely unique. It's
Yeah.
the thing that makes you uniquely you.
Yeah.
And it's such it's such an important thing to just be you.
Yeah.
But also if you're not comfortable with the you that you are, I get it.
Yeah.
When it comes to de-aging and like trying to like slow aging, it's one of those things where it's like when I see somebody who is in their natural 65,
I agree.
chef's kiss.
I agree.
It is great.
Yeah.
And when they like have an air of confidence about them.
Yeah.
You know, when you see somebody who's
I feel like
70,
there's just so much self-awareness
when you
and
see somebody-
self-confidence.
When you see somebody who's 70
Yeah.
and they've had work done,
Yeah.
you can just kind of tell that they're still putting up barriers. You know, they're still not.
Yeah.
They're not. Being
I know that's how we
themselves,
interpret it. I really don't want that to come across as like, because I don't care what other people do.
I know.
But I do agree. I do like when you see someone who like clearly they've just like done themselves, like they are themselves and they're at least somewhat happy with it and they're just willing to like accept it and be like, my body is my body. Like I also like love it.
The main thing is you only get one chance to age.
Yeah.
And aging is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
So if you are like on the fence, maybe that can be the thing to to dissuade you.
Yeah.
But I get it. I do completely get it.
Yeah. We all have shit we're insecure about and would like quote unquote love to be different or whatever.
Bigger penis.
Yeah.
Would love.
You say it every day.
Would love to have it.
Yeah. But yeah. So there's that. Another one for society that can tend to push life milestones where you should be at certain points in your life. Oh no, did you get in your eye? Oh no. Are you okay? My water's on the counter behind you if you need it for anything.
Keep going.
Oh no, he's crying because he believes in birthdays now. For society that can tend to push life milestones, celebrating people for just being can remove that pressure. Especially, I will say, articles. So a few articles said, especially the O's in the 5 years. You know, the every 5 year things. There can be a lot of like mental pressure of like, God damn it, I'm 30 and this is quote unquote all I've done. And people can get really in their heads about it. And it's very common actually that on big milestone year, people kind of don't want to celebrate their birthday because they might be a little self-conscious. So I'm not saying force them to celebrate their birthday, but I'm saying like just continuing to appreciate that person and like be like, no, I think like you're incredible. Like you exist, like you're doing your thing. And who the hell cares about a timeline? Like it's a stupid pressure that means nothing. Is a really beautiful thing as well.
Real quick, I have a friend. We have a friend who is going to turn 30 approximately 10 days before I do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get so much sick joy because I know she's probably like she definitely is that type of person who's gonna be like, oh no, 30.
Yeah.
Which I mean a little bit because like, you know,
it's crazy.
People who are 40, 50, 60 tell you that like, 30 is when you kind of start to notice some things.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, some things about your body that you didn't realize.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that thing that you used to be able to just push through.
Nope.
It has you on your back and in bed for a whole day.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna get a lot of sick joy just simply because of the fact that our birthdays are so close together.
Yes.
Being like, oh, you have crested the hill, and then 8 days later, I will be in the hospital.
Oh no!
Because I will have broken my back.
No.
That's karma, and that's what I'll deserve.
Yeah.
Just an aside.
I do love that.
I can't wait for that because I know we're so close, and it'll be fun to just be able to like hold that over her head.
I do love poking fun. Like there is the poking fun aspect.
Cards on the table. I'm dreading 30 a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we're almost there. No, I am dreading it a bit because of being tall. I feel like is it going to finally be the just that benchmark where suddenly my knees and my back start to really give me trouble.
Yeah, definitely. I get that. It's a lot. We've all been told like, oh yeah, the minute you hit it, you start noticing all this stuff.
And I think it's just the fear that other people put in me. My guess is I'll probably push it off to like 32.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's when my first.
I don't think it's bad. I mean, I don't think it's bad to just be aware that like you no longer have a 20-year-old body. Like I don't think it's literally, if anything, it's just be a little conscious of like your body.
I'm also
like
really
you're gonna kind of have to learn to care for yourself differently.
Right.
Is all it is.
Yeah. I'm also really excited to be 30 in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah. I'm 30.
I might actually think I'm an adult.
That might be the final push.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little. Man, I'm almost 30.
I hate you so much. Okay, we're on 12. It's literally just, it can be, if you want, an excuse to get some loved ones together because we all are busy. Shit's going on all the time, and we go, hey,
folks, this is a rehash of point 1. Move on.
All right, 13. Birthday doesn't need to mean party or spending money. It can literally be about showing someone.
Folks.
Oh.
Folks. What are we doing?
It can be about knowing, like representing that you know someone well and knowing like what a good day for them would be. AKA just quality time, a favorite activity, who knows what. 14, which this is really what it boils all down to, but I end up kind of repeating it but this is my shorthand version. Why the fuck not? 15. Just because you might not want to celebrate, which you covered in the beginning, so it's not an at you. Just because you might not want to celebrate yours doesn't mean you can't be aware of others and that they enjoy celebrating theirs and kind of just like being ready for it, you know? Being self-aware. I think that says a lot about like, I know I don't value it for myself, but I'm aware my friend values it. So for the first week of November every year, I'm always like ready to like do something a little nice, whatever that is. I think that's just good friendship, good partnership, etc., etc. Because obviously people value different things in their life. 16, a reminder to maintain personal relationships beyond hopefully just digital connections. Hopefully you can like somehow take it a step beyond that, which then goes into my next point. 17, probably a good reminder of who you actually want in your quote unquote inner circle, close relationships, etc. Because needing to go through the various mass messages one that you only get once a year can definitely be overwhelming. And if anything, I see that as a good reminder of like the people who are actually the ones that make it fun, the ones that make it important, the ones that like you want to be connected to the other 364 days a year. And I know that can feel really overwhelming and tiring and frustrating, but I only see it as like, oh God, like, I mean, I appreciate you reaching out, but like in my brain, I'm like, we literally do not communicate. So like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't want to extend effort elsewhere. Like, I just don't want to. And you're not the person who makes the cut for me. I see that as like a reflective moment. And 18, my final point.
Why not?
An extensive, why the fuck not? We're here for such a short time. Relationships come and go. Take every excuse you can to celebrate your life, your loved ones, etc. And that's my reason for celebrating birthdays.
Okay.
Do you feel swayed at all?
No, not really. kind of feel the exact
You feel the same?
Yeah. Again, like if somebody wants to celebrate their birthday, don't really bemoan it a ton. I don't love it. Like, I just hate those people who are like, it's September. My birthday is September 30th.
Yeah. So it's my birthday month.
And we're celebrating me all month.
Yeah.
It's just like, get over yourself.
I don't really feel like
literally a day.
You
don't get to own an entire month.
Don't feel like we have any friends like that.
Because we don't.
So then I feel like I'm not even worried about it.
Just saying.
Because I just don't think we'd really be friends with someone like that.
Bring out that type of person.
Yeah.
Bring out that energy in certain people. But yeah, I really have no issue celebrating birthdays. I just I don't know. I just think that goes hand in hand with some other stuff where it's just like I just don't love that it's the only time we put in effort. And that's the pessimist way of thinking about it. The positive spin, the optimistic viewpoint is that like it's the time that you at least make sure you do.
Yeah.
And that can be really important.
Yeah.
You know, even if there is somebody who it's like the only time you actually communicate, sometimes it's obvious that it's like you just, again, checked a box. You feel good about yourself because you said happy birthday to me, but we both know
neither of us really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other times, moments like that, where it's we haven't talked all year and now you're checking a box, it's because, to your point, you're using it as that like benchmark to be like, maybe you say, I know I've been shit. I hope everything's been good, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like maybe that helps to rehash it. Maybe it waits until the next birthday.
Sure.
And but like sometimes it's like it's the reminder of like I do still want there to be some sort of connection.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
But yeah. Also, to everybody out there, if you are wishing somebody a happy birthday and they're not wishing it back to you, might be a hint, might be a subtle hint to yourself or a note to yourself situation that maybe there's a bit more of a breakdown, and that if you want there to be a continuation, maybe a little extra effort needs to be put in, and if the person's still not reciprocating, might be time to move on.
Sure.
And if you are my friend and I have ever forgotten your birthday, I'm just really bad at remembering birthdays. I'm really sorry. Hopefully you don't care too much about your birthday. And if you do, I'll be better next year.
Hags.
Hags, have a great summer.
Yeah.
But again, I think all the points you brought up were, for the most part, really solid. I think it was 0.4.
Yeah, the cake.
No, I do think they're all pretty solid. And, you know, at the end of the day, you're right. Why not? Right? What does it matter?
Who cares?
Last point.
Okay.
And you brought it up.
Okay.
But I do want to hammer it home.
Okay.
If somebody doesn't want to celebrate their birthday,
do not force them to celebrate their birthday.
Do not force them to celebrate their birthday.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't like their birthday, don't make up a fake celebration in July. That's a half birthday. You celebrate half birthdays when you're 5. You don't celebrate them when you're 21.
Oops. I regret nothing.
Yeah, because you love to celebrate birthdays.
I do.
You love a reason to do something. You could have just made me pie and in your head been like, this is for Spencer's half birthday. And not said anything. And I would have been like, ooh, pie.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have even been suspicious. Now every time you make me pie, I'm suspicious. My guards are up. I'm ready to fight. Fists are up. Where's the surprise coming from?
Anyway.
But yeah, why not?
Thank you all for being here.
You hate your birthday? Love it. Why not?
Thank you all for being here and for listening. If your birthday is coming up, happy birthday. If we passed it, happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday. Let us know how you feel about birthdays.
Yeah, if you have any strong feelings or whatever.
Or if any point that Shelby brought up really resonated.
Yeah. Again.
Except for, I don't care if you like cake. Who cares?
Again.
What if the person whose birthday it is doesn't like cake?
Don't make them cake.
Why did you
I don't make you cake.
You said number 4. I like cake.
Yeah, that was for me. I like cake.
What if they're allergic?
Don't make them cake.
What if they can't eat sweets? What if they're diabetic?
Give them an apple. Make them their favorite food that is safe for them to eat.
What if their favorite food?
Remember that time I tried making you tiramisu?
That
fucking flopped.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
Yeah, and you couldn't even try it because you don't like tiramisu, so you had nothing to go off of.
Correct.
Yeah, you should do that again.
I should do that again.
But do it good.
Yeah.
I could fuck up some tiramisu.
All right.
All right, I'm going to go start getting stuff out for it.
Okay. Thank you all for being here and for watching, listening, whatever. We are on all streaming services where you can find podcasts, I think. We're on YouTube at SMSoup Podcast. And if you're interested in following us on Instagram and TikTok, we're at SMSoup Podcast. Or you can follow us both on our independent socials. Happy birthday and good night. Grogu, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Goo.